If you or someone you know has diabetes, you may have built up an extra supply of test strips and lancets. That's where we come in. We'll buy the supplies that you don't need and resell them to those in need to prevent waste. Help us make diabetes management more affordable. Visit us at teststripswithaz.com.
All right, joining me right now, and this is really cool, is a man who you've seen in many movies, many iconic fight scenes, a guy that, if you're a fight fan, you get caught in the loop of watching iconic movie fight scenes on social media, chances are one of his scenes ends up in that loop. You can watch him in his latest movie, Triple Threat, now available on DVD, Blu-ray Combo, and digital HD. Actor Michael Jai White is here. Michael, how are you, sir?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm doing great. So, you've been a part of a number of movies over the years, from Spawn, The Dark Knight, Tyson, Mortal Kombat Legacy, and countless others. Now, Triple Threat, working with folks like Tiger Chen, Tony Jaa, Michael Bisping, and others. The concept of the movie is action-packed on paper, but, working with all those folks, seeing the finished product, what can everyone expect here?
Well, I think they'll get what they're expecting. It's a fun movie. We get to beat each other up and shoot everything, and it's just kind of what our fans are looking for.
I mean, there's contracts out on characters. We have mercenaries. We have assassins on opposite sides. Are you on the baby face side of things or on the heel side of things? Are you a good guy or a bad guy?
Depends on your perspective. Yeah. Especially nowadays, a lot of it's the line between good and bad is a matter of perspective. So I guess in my character doesn't think he's bad, but somebody might think he's a little bit of a heel.
That's a great way to look at it. And I'm sure, as an actor, there's a lot of different roles, a lot of different aspects to the business. Versatility, obviously, a tremendous characteristic in any line of work. And I know it's like, it's all perspective in terms of how people view your character, but do you prefer to be more in a villain role, or do you prefer to be more in a hero type role, the guy that's sort of saving the day?
Personally, I kind of like the hero role a bit more. I know the villain roles are fun, but I kind of like the hero stuff.
Like I said in the intro, when people are caught up binge watching all of these different movie fight scenes over the years, you're involved in a good chunk of them. Is there a fight scene in this movie that you feel confident will be added to that rabbit hole we love to get caught up in?
Well, I don't make expectations, but there's a few fights that are the highlight fights. I look forward to fighting, doing a scene with Ito Uwais, because I feel like he has been, in the last decade, he's represented some of the best in martial arts fight choreography ever with the Raid franchise. And so he's been a friend, and we finally got a chance to work together.
That's awesome. And I love, and I also cover the sport of mixed martial arts. I interview fighters and people in and around the sport all the time as much as I can. And you got to work with Michael Bisping in this film, former UFC middleweight champion, has since retired from the sport and is part of the collection of commentators with ESPN. He has a very successful podcast, and he's been getting into acting and roles more and more over these last couple of years. What was it like to work with Michael Bisping, the former middleweight champion of the world?
I love that guy. He is hilarious, and he's a brilliant person. He's a little polarizing, which is another fun thing. People tend to either love him or hate him. But if you get to know who he is, man, it's hard not to like the guy.
You see a big future in this business for Michael Bisping?
I see a huge future in this business for him. He's when Michael gets the right character, he's going to skyrocket.
We all know you are an accomplished martial artist. You're a very busy man on top of that. Are you a combat sports fan? I mean, I know you participate in it, but like if there's a big MMA event or a big boxing event, kickboxing, is that something that gets on your radar, something you have to make time for on a Friday or Saturday night?
I think I would be considered a MMA nerd. Absolutely. My house is basically famous for hosting MMA fights. And a lot of times in my house, there's either people that you would expect to see cage side or at my place. So, a lot of MMA champions come to the house to watch. These are the people these are my friends and the people I work out with. So it's nerd central in my house.
of all, I mean, we've seen some major announcements over the last, week or so, some big fights being booked, and there's certainly going to be a lot more to come in 2019. What are some of the barbershop fights that have you excited, that have you talked with your friends about, that are getting you fired up?
Man, I'm a big El Pacui fan. I can't wait to see that guy fight, because you don't know what he's going to do, because he doesn't know what he's going to do. So that's like super fun. Yeah, he's got to be one of my favorites. Khabib. I feel like there's finally personality coming back into MMA. We were kind of vacant of it for a while. The heyday with Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell, Tito. There was like these really strong personalities that you can get behind. So, recently with Conor and with Tony Ferguson, that's my guy right now. I love to watch anything he does.
Tony Ferguson about to fight Donald Cerrone. What a big fight that's going to be. Kind of transitioning. Are you excited for that one?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love both of those guys, man. That's what I'm talking about. There's personalities there,
Definitely. It might be like the weirdest fight ever put together in terms of personality, which I love. I love both of those guys. Their personalities are what make them who they are. Kind of transitioning back to the acting world with you, like any business, there's trials and tribulations. There's learning curves, and we talk about this all the time in my interviews with fighters, but you put together quite the resume over the years. Was there a role, a moment, a conversation that you've been a part of where everything in this world just kind of clicked for you, where you had that, okay, I got this type of moment? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I look at it as, I don't make a lot of expectations. I realized a long time ago that I already won, because I'm pursuing what I love. And so anything that comes as a prerequisite, as a consequence of that, is just icing on the cake. I think I'm just blessed to be able to do what I want to do.
Do you have more things in the pipeline coming up this year, Michael? Anything in the works that you can talk about?
Yeah, I got 4 movies coming up. I've got a movie with Universal. I got the sequel to Undercover Brother coming out. I got a movie called Send It, which is a sport movie. It's about kiteboarding, of all things. And I got a few more. I got a romantic comedy coming out. So I got a diversity of films happening.
Do you sleep at all?
Oh yeah. I think I'm busiest when I'm not on set, because then I'm conducting like 6 meetings a day. So when I'm working on the movie, that's when I get the best sleep. It's strange, but that's the truth.
Between you and The Rock, like I don't know how you guys find the time. Like,
no, you cannot put me in that category. That guy. The Rock and Mark Wahlberg, those two, man, I don't know how they do it.
And Kevin Hart too. My God, that guy's a monster too. What a machine.
Yeah, but it's easy when you can sleep in the above, on the plane in the storage above seat storage. So it becomes it's easy.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Triple Threat on DVD, Blu-ray Combo, Digital HD right now, Michael. For the folks that are listening to this right now, for those at the store who are going to see this movie, searching through Digital HD platforms, who see the movie pop up, they're reading the back of the box, they're looking at it, deciding on whether or not to make that purchase. Let's get them off the fence. Why should everybody see Triple Threat?
Look at the front of the box. That's basically the Expendables of martial artists right there. It's a one. It could be a once in a lifetime thing, but it could happen again if you support the movie.
Absolutely. Support the movie. Support Michael Jai White, who is joining us. Check him out in the movie Triple Threat, available right now. From one Michael to another, sir, it has been an honor. Thank you for the time, continued success, and looking forward to checking out the film and everything else you got coming out this year. All the best to you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.